Next question, Delegate Korman from Appropriations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for having our subcommittee come over. Acting Secretary Slater, obviously I joined in everybody's congratulations. We're excited to have you in this role and for your tone. I have what I think are a series of yes-no questions. I really do mean them as yes-no questions to make sure that I and my constituents understand the agreement that you reached with the comptroller and the governor at the January 8th meeting. So some of this you've already covered, but I'm just trying to get very clear, direct answers. So first of all, the 10% of revenue for transit from tolls will begin to flow right when the toll lanes are operational. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And that's 10%.
Although I would give you a correction there that 10% was part of the old piece. It could be more. We're working that out as part of the revenue generation that we make with the counties.
So 10% or more?
Yeah.
And that's gross off the top of the toll revenues?
Oh, I have to circle back on that one.
So MDOT will not acquire any property prior to Board of Public Works approval of the vendor contract?
Yes.
And that includes property that is pitched to you, a property owner coming to you and saying, we'd like to sell this property along the right-of-way?
Yes.
Along the project. Thank you. You're undertaking a monorail study?
Yes.
Okay. The 10% or more of revenue from tolls that's going to transit will be spent only pursuant to MOUs that the affected counties enter into with MDOT and then, of course, go through the normal process?
Yes.
Okay. MDOT is going to enter into a community benefit agreement?
Yes.
Around the project? Okay. There will be no contract submitted to the Board of Public Works for the final award until the EIS is complete?
Yes.
Okay. The American Legion Bridge, when it's rebuilt, will have a separated biker/pedestrian lane of some kind?
Yes.
And that is different than what was agreed to with the Harry Nice Bridge, right? That is different than what the Maryland Transportation Authority has approved for the Harry Nice Bridge?
Yes.
Okay. And are you cooperating with Virginia on a transit study on the American Legion Bridge corridor?
Yes.
Okay. And are you sharing the traffic and revenue model with county governments and the Park and Planning Commission with all the necessary confidentiality requirements that go with that because you don't want to post on the internet?
Yes, we are continuing to work with them on that as well as a variety of other data sources.
Does that include origin and destination data?
We are working with them on that origin and destination data on the best product that we can give them. So the origin destination data that we used was a licensed data source. So we're trying to work through our attorneys on the best source of information that we can give them without violating that license agreement on the data.
There's no commitment to use all union labor on the project?
No.
Buses or other mass transit vehicles will use the toll lanes for free?
Yes.
Yes, I should clarify, buses that are part of a transit system, not just a coach bus. All Transportation Trust Fund expenditures, including the MDTA loan that have been or will be expended in the run-up to the project, will be repaid?
Yes.
There will be no additional taxpayer expenses beyond those?
No, it's a cost, no net cost to the state program.
Right. And for any changes to the tolls above the soft cap, there will be a public process?
Yes, there's actually a public process for all toll setting that has not yet begun, and we'll be out there probably in the next 6 months, really in the community at that first look. I have not seen it myself yet, but as we get out there, and there'll be a separate toll setting process. By law, the Maryland Transportation Authority Board is the only one that can establish and put those tolls out.
Yeah, and so, sorry, do you anticipate that taking place in the affected jurisdictions?
Yes. I'm going to look at Heather.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Well, before I recognize the next question,